Hey everybody, it's Deb Joyce Meek from Delight of My Art, and again I'm going to show you an extra paper pumpkin project from March 2017. So, hooray for paper pumpkin! This kit was so cute with all the little bunny ears. So again, this is this kit right here with the bunnies and the bags, and I have an alternate for the bag today. This is a little bag with rice and lavender inside, and you can put it in the microwave and it gets nice and warm, and I made a little cat face with the bunny stamps. Isn't that cute? So I sewed it up with the twine that came in there, and I didn't use anything extra except for the rice and the lavender for making this. So let me show you how I put it together. It's so nice and warm when you put it in the microwave for 15 seconds. So I like to just kind of place it on. My kids have been begging me to make more of these for them, so they are loving this little bag. So let's put it together. Okay, so this is the project that we're going to be making today, this cute little bag. I've got my ½ cup of rice and 1 teaspoonful of the dried lavender. I feel like I'm cooking. Here's my recipe ingredients for this bag. Now, for the cat ears, what we're going to do is just use the tip of the bunny ear, the full bunny ear that's not folded over. So you just ink up the edge of it instead of the full thing. And then for the eyes, which is a little bit different too, instead of just using the eyes, I used the closed eyes, these little things, I don't know if you can see that, upside down to make little kind of eyelids. So that's how we did that. So that's how you make a kitty. So we're just going to put that on the bag right here. You don't want to go too low on the bag or too high. We're going to be sewing it about here, and when the bag sits up, you don't want to lose your cat face if it's sitting on the table face up like this. And you can't see that with the camera, but you don't want it too low. So about an inch from the bottom is where you'd want the bottom of the mouth. So I'm going to go ahead and use the basic gray. This came in the kit. I already had the big one, so I'm just going to go ahead and use that, so I don't have to open that cute little sample one. So I'm going to put this right in the center, right about an inch from the bottom. And then I'll do the eyes. Let's see. Like this. Then we're going to take that one off and do the shut eyes. So instead of being like this, we're going to turn them over so that they're like this. So right on top of those eyes, like that. And then we'll go ahead and do the whiskers real quick. This cat face is super easy to make, and it's so cute. Okay, and now we can just do the tip of the ears. So instead of using the full thing, we'll just use the edge here. I just want a little bit like that. There's our cat ear number 1. Cat ear number 2. There's our kitty. And now we're just going to trim off these little tails with some scissors here. About right here. We'll discard those pieces. I'll put my ink pad away. And now's the time I want to fill it with the rice. We will be folding this edge down and then sewing it with just a whip stitch. I think that's what it's called. Not a prolific sewer. But that's what we're going to be just doing on the top here, starting on one side, going through the other side, and then coming back again through the center, and then tying it off. I have about 20 inches of twine here, and I think that was what I used in this one. We'll find out. So I'll go ahead and put this rice in here. So this is again ½ a cup. I'm gonna sprinkle some of this intermittently in there. Oops. We'll just dump it in here and mix it in there. This is a nice calming smell. I made the mistake of buying a full pound of dried lavender online, thinking that that wasn't gonna be that much. It was 2 gigantic bags of dried lavender. So I have so much dried lavender. I used to use it in the kids' cribs when they were small. I'd give them a rice sack full of dried lavender, just a little bit of dried lavender, and then this rice, just like this, and I'd put it in the microwave for just a little bit, and it would be just warm enough to lay them down in their crib, you know, straight from my warm body to a cold crib. They'd always wake up, and I'd go, ah, it's so hard to get them to stay asleep. So this was my trick. I learned that from the birthing center we went to with our firstborn. Anyway, so I'll get these things out of the way, and we'll get our thread here. I did go ahead and put a knot in the end of the thread here. I tied it twice, and I'm just going to clip that off so we don't have a little tail that sticks up anywhere. And I just have a needle that has a little bit of a bigger eye because this twine is a little thicker than normal thread. Okay, so I'll just fold it over. And I'm going to go inside the corner here so that the knot doesn't stay on the back side. I want it to be tucked in here. So I'm going to go ahead and go down further than I need to go. There we go. See, it's about right here. And now I'm going to go up the side here. So I'm coming in the back side and coming out the front all the way down. So I want to make sure this is straight. I'm just going to hold it right here, and again through the back side and out through the front. So we'll do this the whole way down. I might go ahead and pause this and finish going towards the end here and then turn the video back on. This might be kind of boring to watch. So just kind of fiddle with it to get it straight on there how you want it. This one I'm just going to stick right on the corner there. You see how that's coming along? I'm going to pinch it continuously down here. It's coming open and undone over here, but that's okay. As long as it's straight right where my fingers are and where I'm sewing, that's what I want it to do. Okay. This is just a needle I had in one of those variety needle packs, assorted needles. It was the biggest one I had in there. I don't remember where I found that, probably some grocery store or something. So you'll just be doing this. Make sure that you fold your bag over enough that you are not missing the bag folded over on the underside when you're sewing this. My kids are going to be thrilled that I'm making another one of these. They're going to demand 2 more at least. I have 4 kids, so they were all super excited about this project. So it's really nice that 9 of these came in the kit. Might make good gifts for anybody having any pains, anything that they'd like to put a warm compress on. Any ladies having PMS issues, or again, infants. I bet even your cat would like to snuggle up with a warm one. It doesn't stay warm for super long, but it cools down slowly enough where, and at least my infants didn't wake up at the loss of the heat. So I had an October baby. She was cold. So if your stitches aren't even, that's just part of the charm, right? It's okay. Whoops, I lost my thread. It's a little bit hard to thread onto this needle. I'm going to do my best on camera here. It's kind of undoing itself at the end here, which is okay because when it comes back through, I undid all of the threads here anyway. So not a big deal. I thought that looked nicer than a couple fat strings hanging down. So I went ahead and licked that and stamped it, made it real flat so it would fit through there again. Okay, so we'll go back here. Oops, I spilled a couple things of rice. That's okay. Grains of rice. Alright, so we'll just keep on. Gets a little stuck sometimes. Keep on going down to the end. I'm going to stop the video and get to about here and then show you what to do at the end here. So I'll come right back. Okay, so I'm a little further down stitching here and I'll show you what I did at the end. Yeah, about 20 inches seems to work pretty good here. So we'll just get, it's a little bit thick at the end here because this is where it's sewn together. Just gotta work it in. And then we're gonna come back through all of these stitches. Just come right down the center of the bag. Come up a little bit so you can get a hold of it. We're gonna go back down through the center right where it came up so we can get underneath all of these stitches. I don't know if you can see what I'm doing here. So you see I've got it coming out through this one. I'm going to go right down in there, in between about 5 more. Come out, go back in, come back out again. Oh, I almost lost it. Come back in between the bag here. And then back over here. So now we're at the end over here. I'm going to go ahead and come out the side. I don't know if I did that on the other one, but that's all right. So now what I'm going to do is take this and just knot it right here at the end as close as I can to the bag. And I'm going to do that twice just to secure it over here. Like that. And I'm glad that these ends are unraveling on their own. That's helpful because then I don't have to unravel them because I kind of like how they fray out like this. So now what we're going to do is take more of that same twine. You could actually do a bunch of different colors if you wanted to, but what I'm going to do is tie this again through one of these loops. Or maybe I just tied it on. How did I do that? Did I just tie it on? I might have just tied it on. Tie it on here. I'm going to go through. Just so it's extra secure. I'm just going to take a short amount here. We'll do 6 inches, which is probably more than enough. I'm going to put this on the needle. Got to make this end pretty flat so it will fit through there. I don't have a very big eye on this needle. Push it through there, maybe. Oop, I lucked out. Okay, good. Okay, so I'm going to go through, again, the end of the bag. And I'm just going to pull out one of those ends. And now I'm going to take the needle off. That's all I need. So this is through the bag now. It's through the very end of the bag. And I'm going to knot this here. Double knot. Now I'm actually going to double knot it around the other thread that's there. Okay, so now I've got all these strings kind of coming off of here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut them right here. And then I will unravel all of these little threads so that they look a little nicer. Like this. So this one will have 3. We're going to do 2 on this side. 2 strips of 6 inches or whatever that was. So actually this one will have 4. So this one is a little bit thicker than this side. If you wanted to do a couple more on each side, that would be fine too. of course, whatever you want to do. I felt like this looked okay. Looked cute. I felt like without it, it was kind of lacking. It's just kind of plain, but this makes it a little fun. I guess you could do it in each corner. It's like a little pillow, but I felt that was unnecessary. So we're going to go ahead and take 2 more that are about 6 inches. Oh, these scissors are not very good. Okay, so about here. And we actually don't need quite that much anyway, but that'll do. Alright. Put these through our needle again. And put it through the bag. I'm going to make one end shorter so I know to pull this end through. So I'm just going to go down the center of the end here and out through the side. And I go as far as pulling that one end through, and then I can just pull the needle off. Make those a little bit more even. Double knot. And then again with this one. Flatten out the end here. And that's not quite going in. I'll try again. There we go. Okay, so one end shorter. Go through the end again. Pull the needle off. Don't need that anymore. Okay, so this one's kind of flayed out like that. I'm going to tie this one right over the top of that one. So they're all kind of stuck together. Okay, so now I'm going to pull on them a little bit so they kind of go in the same direction. Now I'm going to trim this end too, and I might end up trimming this even more after I unravel these. So I'm going to go ahead and unravel one so you can kind of get the gist. Each one of these is made up of 3 strands, and each one of those is made up of 2 strands, I think. So there's 6 little threads on each of these pieces of twine. So you just kind of unravel those, and then you'd be done. So there's one. They're kind of already a little bit wavy because they were twisted up. Oh, each one has 3. So actually there's 9 little pieces. So it's braided and then braided again. So I'll separate them all the way to the end here. Okay. So I'll go ahead and do that to the other ones. I'll turn this back on so you can see both of those in action. Okay, so I went ahead and unfurled the rest of those little threads. Looks like this one's a lot fuller than this one. Maybe I used more like 1/3 of a cup of rice. I think I like this less full one better, but this is 1/2 a cup and this is probably more like 1/3. So we're going to go ahead and trim. See, these are a little bit different lengths here. Trim those together. And I think that matches up a little bit better with this side. I'll trim it again. There. Just kind of play with the ends so that they're even there. And then put them in the microwave for about 15 seconds, and it's a really nice little tiny heating pad that you made yourself with a cute little cat face on it. So let me know what you guys think, and please, please, please make a comment below. This is one more way to use the March 2017 paper pumpkin kit from Stampin' Up. So have a good day, guys. Bye. Alright, these are my twins, and they want to show you how much they love these bags. I just warmed them up in the microwave for 15 seconds. What do you think, guys?
They are cozy.
You like those a lot?
Uh-huh.
Whoops.
They're hot.
They're warm. You like putting them in your shirt?
That feels so warm.
You like that?
Yeah, it feels so warm.
Does it smell good?
I do not like the smell of it. I do not.
You don't care for the lavender? I like it. It's calming.
That's fine.
I'm glad you like it. All right, say goodbye to everybody.
Bye. Bye.